So, what I wanted to talk to you about today was mobile, which is something I know you guys are very interested in. And over the at the beginning of the holiday shopping season, mobile's been a big story with IBM saying more than half the traffic on over the weekend or on Thanksgiving Day was actually mobile traffic. But I'm wondering what sort of challenges and opportunities that presents for retailers.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's interesting. I mean, I think the opportunities are probably greater than the challenges now. I think most retailers and businesses have understood that they need to really nail the responsive design. So things have to look good when they're on one of these. We're kind of past that. Those are the typical challenges. I think what we have now, the opportunity, especially for businesses with a bricks and mortar store, is in using location-based technology, for example, and proximity-based technology to make the mobile act like a sensor that recognizes customers when they come in store. That's a huge opportunity. Blasting notifications at people, sending people 1,000 push notifications as they walk through your store, that's never going to work for anyone. And also, a lot of these proximity solutions, they seem to do pretty much what a sign would do. And we always say, if a sign could do the job better because it could reach more people, then use a sign. You don't need a mobile to do it. But in terms of proximity, I think that's a huge opportunity. And to your point about challenges, that's where the challenge is around privacy and obviously permission-based marketing. Mobile is nothing new in that respect. It's a channel like any other. And it has to be treated as a permission-based channel. I think there's some stuff in there around local search that a lot of brick-and-mortar businesses aren't necessarily using, and that goes to your conversion point of your question as well. Is that local search near your store, but the people looking for your brand near your store are most likely to be looking for where are you. So making sure that site is all really adaptive and can give them the answer they need very quickly. But also, it's been proved those parts of the journey can increase the basket size. The point of it is that mobile is part of a larger attribution model. So mobile before I go into store, mobile before I receive your email, before whichever myriad of different communications I receive, that's when the attribution and the value of mobile becomes much, much greater.
Well, that's a real interesting point. I mean, it sounds a little bit like that maybe one thing is to not think about only a conversion on a mobile device. That's not necessarily maybe that's not even how consumers are using mobile now. I mean, they are converting, but it's a whole different kind of shopping tool.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That's exactly as a company we have 2,500 businesses that work with us, and 85% of them are retailers. And so from the data we've seen, yes, if you go just specific one-touch channel attribution, you might not see the point of conversion on your mobile metrics, absolutely not. When you start looking at those across channel, then that's when it's really powerful. Mobile is the thing that's disrupted all of that channel-specific stuff.
Let me ask you one other thing about mobile, and then I'll let you go. But here in the U.S., the very opening of the holiday shopping season, which I guess is now an official season, was somewhat disappointing, at least by some measure. And it got me wondering whether mobile plays a part in that, given that it's part of what's empowered consumers, so to research, to price compare, to figure out where they're going to go to shop, and frankly, to figure out when they're going to shop. Our own Bloom Reach data showed a big spike on Thanksgiving, after the dinner hour, and at halftime of the National Football League game that was on. So I just wonder whether you have any thoughts about that, or even have seen any evidence of that.
Yeah, I mean, discounting is always going to be attractive. And so what I think is that we have discount as a lever. Yes, that can get people to go and purchase on the day that you require them. But also immediacy and convenience are the other two levers. And the number one device that gets you to immediacy and convenience is mobile. So it's a very, very complex and noisy world out there. Retailers have a tough time, but I think that I really see 2015 being the shift of when people will start to look at contextual journeys and not just see these channel-specific routes.
Okay. Well, that's very interesting. It seems like a good point to stop on. Jess Stephens, CMO of SmartFocus, thanks a lot for your time, and really appreciate your thoughts.
Yeah, thanks so much. Great talking
Nice
to you.
talking to you.